All right. So I just looking at my dashboard for In Helping Hands, when I see the sales coming in, Audible lets you know kind of where they're coming from, the categories, in a sense, like who just bought something outright versus like using their Audible credits. And so I just wanted to share with you kind of a guideline I use for myself when it comes to situations like this, where you have a place where you're using like tokens or credits or whatever as opposed to cash, and you have the option to use cash. um, I try to make sure that I only use credits for things that are more valuable than the credit itself. Let me explain. So as you can see, because this is an erotic short, it's just over 30 minutes, and so it's going to be a super cheap buy, right? So as you can see, 276 for members, 395 regular price. But if you go into where you buy extra credits in this on this particular platform, right? Then the credits, when you buy them in a lump like this, are about $12.66 per credit. Now, again, you got taxes and different people based on where you live and everything. This pricing may look a little bit different, but that's what it looks like for me. And so I end up paying $12.66 per credit, and I give my and honestly, technically, the one credit that you get every month or whatever is worth even more than that. You know what I mean? So I really try as a guideline for myself to say, all right, if this book is not at least $12.66, if that's not the sale price, and it's lower than that, then I'm just going to buy it outright, right? If it's $10 or $5 or something like that, I'll just buy it, because if I were to use my credit, I'm essentially losing money, right? So let's say a book was $10 and I use my credit on it, well, then I've just lost $2.66, right? So why wouldn't I just pay the $10 and save that 266 and use it on something where I essentially am making money? So for example, if there's a nice long, fantasy audiobook that's 36 hours long or something, you know what I mean, that normally would sell for 50, 60, 70, whatever dollars, then to me, it makes more sense to spend my $12.66 credit on that because I'm actually making money in a sense, right? Because I'm getting exponentially more content for a set price, right? So anything over $12.66, I'm actually making more bang for my buck than I would purchasing anything that's less than $12.66. So that brings us back to In Helping Hands, right? As you can see, In Helping Hands is only $2.76. So if you are going to use a credit, you're essentially forfeiting, right, the rest of that value because the book is only $2.76. And so you're losing about $10 or so. I'm not a math person, so excuse me, but you're losing about $10 or so by using a credit on In Helping Hands versus just paying the $2.76 or the $3.95 even, right? Because they're both so low compared to the actual value of the credit. So please don't hear this as a complaint. Like, I appreciate all of you who have downloaded the book, however you paid for it so far. But I just, in case, like, I've run into people all the time who just they don't realize these things, and so I'm like, okay, well, let me just give you my little tip, and if if it works for you, if you think that's helpful, great. If not, fine. If you have some other reason that you're using your credit instead of cash, also totally fine. Maybe you don't have $2.76. You know what I mean? Like, I've been there, done that. So I get it. But for those of you who have just kind of gotten into the routine of clicking that yellow button to use a credit to purchase an audiobook, I'm going to encourage you to stop and think about, how to more effectively use the credits that you have, and make them last longer. And like I said, use them on things that are worth way more than they are. And then that way you're actually ahead of the game. Okay, so that's all I want to do. And just like I said, thank you for all of your purchases. I can't wait to see some reviews rolling in and just, see what you all had to say. I do appreciate all the people who have texted or, reached out to me through direct message or whatever to tell me how much you like the book. So I would love for any of you who have done that to, actually go put a rating up or like put a review up. I know people can be a little shy when it comes to erotica. I understand. And again, I'm not pushing. I'm just encouraging you. I'm inviting you. Like, hey, I would love it if you said what you said to me to the public. That would be that would be amazing. But it's totally up to you. So I just wanted to put that little bug in your ear about kind of making sure you're valuing your credits and getting as much out of them as you can. Okay, well, that's it for now. I didn't want to take up a lot of your time. Just wanted to give you that little tidbit. Thank you so much. Bye.